G'day everybody, the Go-Getter here. I'm here with Alton here today. Hi Alton, how things, mate?
G'day Chi, how you going? Very good, thanks.
Good.
Yeah.
Mate, wouldn't you mind just introducing yourself and tell our viewers a bit about what you do?
Sure, yep. Look, I run a finance brokerage business based on the south side of Brisbane. Primarily, we look at residential and investment loan purchases. So a wide range of services such as that, and also we look at personal funding as well. So if you're looking at going on a holiday, doing some debt consolidation, we do that as well. We also do commercial and business finance, so a range of services such as funding options such as startups to business expansion, commercial property purchases, and so forth. Yeah. So look, the business has been running since June 2016.
Okay.
My background primarily before that was in banking, so I did that for about 20 years, which put me in good stead to serve our customers today. Yeah.
Well, that's great to hear. So you offer a bit of a wide range of services through your brokerage firm, mate?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that ranges from residential and investment property purchases.
Yeah.
If you're looking at reviewing your loans as well,
Okay.
we offer services such as that, so we can refinance for a better rate, but obviously in line with your requirements and objectives. So we do a full analysis, full review of what you're looking to achieve, and then offer our recommendations from there moving forward.
Okay. So with what's happening in the current market and with the pandemic and that, has anything in your business changed in the way you service your client? Obviously with social distancing and that, has that affected you a bit?
Absolutely, yeah. So non-face-to-face service now is our new norm.
Okay.
Pre-COVID-19, it was part of legislation and part of our compliance to meet clients face-to-face.
Okay.
That's just to comply with anti-money laundering, being able to identify your customer. And obviously, we've had to change that service entirely and flip it around to non-face-to-face. So, we're interviewing clients via Zoom if you don't have it, or FaceTime. We can do that, and identifying customers, through that forum as well. So all our lenders on our panel have given us the ability to do that, just so there's obviously no interruption, and we can continue to serve our customers.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's really the only change. But in terms of how we conduct our loans, how we process them, and all that, that's still the same.
Yeah. And do you find in this market that it's busier or quieter, or what's the difference?
Yeah, it's certainly look, we've certainly seen a drop in purchases. On the back of restrictions around open homes. So we've certainly seen a drop in that. It's actually, however, on the flip side, we're seeing an increase in refinance inquiries.
Okay.
So customers looking to review their loans and see if they can get a better deal and save money. And in the current environment, people are looking at saving a buck or two.
Okay.
So we're offering that service at the moment. Just having a look at what we're currently paying and doing a cost analysis to see if we can save you money moving forward. And some really good deals out there at the moment.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I get a lot of questions from my clients, and they are very skeptical in which way they should go with regards to going to a lender.
Yes.
And they keep asking me, what's the difference between a broker and a bank lender? Can you explain to our viewers what that is?
Yeah, very good question. Look, our service proposition, the way we say, so a bank can really only offer their products and rates, really. That if they've got certain policies that we've got to meet, that a customer's got to meet to be able to qualify for a loan, and if you don't meet it, that's pretty much it. Whereas how we offer so we've got a range lenders on our panel, up to 45 lenders on the panel, and each lender has their own criteria, different criteria, as well as differentiation in rates, interest rates and so forth. So part of our role is to sit down with the client, get a full understanding of their requirements and objectives and what they're looking to achieve, and then we'll go out and shop the market. So not only on interest rate, that's a very important part of what customers are seeking to do, but also finding a lender that they will qualify for the loan for. Okay. So you may have a lender that's offering really sharp rates, but you may not qualify for that lender depending on your circumstance. So it's really important from our point of view is to sit down first, get an understanding, and then look at a lender. So we'll offer up to 3 to 4 recommendations and comparisons as well after we've sat down with
okay, well that's good to hear.
Yeah, that's really the difference. Yeah, so a bank will say no. If you don't qualify, the bank will say no. Then we can then find basically an alternative solution for you.
Because I think what I get from a lot of owners or investors, they will keep telling me that why should I change because I'm borrowing from a certain lender. It's going to be very hard to change. It's going to cost me this and that. Is it very simple to do the changeover, or what's the process? An application process generally would last 4 to 6 weeks at best, and that's from start to finish. Okay.
We'll guide you through the full process from application through document signing of the documents right up until settlement, and then keep you updated through the full process. In terms of I think where customers have reservations around changing over is more on their transactional banking, changing direct debits and all that. And we'll guide them through all that. It is daunting, but you certainly got our side to guide you through the full process, and we'll do all the paperwork on that for you.
No worries. I keep getting asked by a lot of borrowers, should they lock in the current rate or should they keep it variable? Do you see any change coming up after once we go back to the norm?
Look, it's a very good question. Interest rates at an all-time low at the moment. And in saying that, we said that around 6 months ago, pre-COVID. So we're in a market at the moment where interest rates are certainly declining. Very difficult to predict now where it's going to go, given that the cash rate's at 0.25. But it's certainly a good time to fix. We've got rates from 2.19 at the moment, which is quite very, very low.
That's very low, 2.19.
And so that's our owner-occupied rates, and then investment from 2.59. So those are fixed rates. Variable, there is quite a difference between fixed and variable, because what we've found recently is a lot of lenders, rather than passing on their rate reduction to variable rates, they've passed it on to fixed rates. Variable, you're sort of hovering around the 2.8s, 2.9s and upwards. So quite a big difference. But the reason being is lenders have passed on reductions to their fixed rates rather than variable recently. But short answer, a very good time to fix and lock in.
All right, no dramas. So I get asked the question about how long from application to processing does it take currently in this current market? It's still around 4 to 6 weeks at the moment for refinances. Obviously, with purchases, a bit less than that. So you're looking at about 4 weeks. If we've got a contract that's got a 30-day settlement, then it's a lot less than that. What we're finding is across our board of lenders, there's variance in service level agreements at the moment. So we've got some lenders going 3 weeks because of COVID-19. Some are operating around 2 days. Okay.
Yeah, it's a big sharp difference in terms of how quickly they're able to get back to us. So yeah, but from application to settlement, refinances 4 to 6 weeks, purchases 4 to 5 weeks.
Okay.
We like, particularly if customers are looking to go and borrow money for purchases, we do offer services such as pre-approvals.
Okay.
So they don't necessarily have to go out and find the property straight away.
Yep.
We can set up the finance as a pre-approval. That's without the property tied in, and then they've got 3 to 6 months to go out and shop around. So that way they've got a bit of security, a bit of comfort. They've got the finance approved. It's just a matter of finding the right property for them.
Okay.
So.
And are you finding with the lenders, are they lending money at the moment, or are they still very cautious of what the market is?
Yeah, very good question. They're certainly still lending money out the door.
Yep.
They're obviously going to an extra level because of COVID-19 with asking some questions around employment.
Yep.
So particularly with industries that are directly affected, so obviously the tourism industry, fitness, cafes, restaurants. But the good thing, we've got lenders that will factor in JobKeeper payments, which is really good. So if you're currently receiving JobKeeper payments from the federal government, they'll consider that, they'll use that as income, which is great. But yeah, obviously part of their due diligence is they're asking questions around are you still gainfully employed?
All right. And then lastly, I've got clients that ask with regards to fixed, or what do you call, principal and interest, or interest only.
Yeah.
You know, obviously with what's happening, is changing a better option, or is it different to every person?
Look, the principal, the repayment options varies from customer to customer. We certainly, going back a while, we used to be able to offer interest-only loans for customers that have owner-occupied property, primarily for owner-occupied loans, so your home of residence. Nowadays, under our responsible lending, banks require that principal reduction. So you've really got the one option to pay principal and interest in that circumstance, if it's for your primary residence, unless if you're in a husband and wife situation, your wife's going on maternity leave, we can offer a 1-year interest only option there.
Okay.
Given that they're going to come back in 12 months, so in that situation, we can offer an interest only loan for an owner occupied loan. Investment loans, obviously, no brainer there. People buy investment properties for tax purposes. Interest only option is certainly meets with their tax advice through the accountant. So we can offer that for investment loans. Under COVID-19, however, loan deferrals. Most banks are offering loan deferrals to customers that have been directly affected. They're also offering interest only, to be able to just pay interest only components rather than stopping their repayments together. So that's happening at the moment, which is good. So that's both for owner occupied and investment loans, which is really good. Hopefully that answers your question.
No, that's great. And as you know, I look after a lot of tenants and property management, and I get questions from tenants. How do they get their foot into the door in buying their first home, or getting into a first home? Is there a minimum deposit that's required? And will lenders look at their ledgers for tenancies?
Absolutely.
As a consideration?
Absolutely. Yeah, very good question. Obviously income, they've got to be gainfully employed. So as long as we can, they've got the ability to borrow, so they've got overall borrowing capacity, they can meet that. That's great. Your deposit is obviously a key to get into the market. Look, really minimum deposit is 5%. However, when you add in the costs such as lender's mortgage insurance, Stamp duty won't be applicable for first home buyers up to a certain threshold. But yeah, all the other costs, really you're looking around 8 to 10% once you add that in. However, we've got the first home buyers deposit scheme at the moment, where the government's guaranteeing that 15%, which allows the borrower to which allows the bank to waive that lender's mortgage insurance up to a certain property price threshold, which is really good. So that's being offered at the market. There's only a certain amount of applications that are allowed per annum with that scheme, but look, I can talk to customers directly about that. But yeah, really 5 to 10%. Going back to your question around tenant ledger, whenever a customer's got less than 15% deposit, they've got to show the bank genuine savings. All right, so that tells the lender that they've been able to, that it demonstrates to the bank that they've been able to save over a period of time, which tells the bank that they can meet their repayments, over time, as well as justifying it through their income. So another form of genuine savings can be through tenant ledger. So if they can, and some banks will ask for 6 months, 12 months tenant ledger from a licensed real estate agent like yourself, such as yourself, as long as there's no missed payments in the tenant ledger, then they'll accept that as genuine savings. So yeah, going back to your earlier question, some banks don't use tenant ledgers as genuine savings. So we've got that option as well at our panel of lenders.
Okay, thank you, Alton. I appreciate your time today.
That's okay.
Just to share with our viewers about your business, can you just a bit talk about the areas that you service and what you can offer?
Thanks, Stu. Really appreciate the opportunity. But we've got a wide range of services with our finance brokerage business. So firstly, the residential and investment loan market. So we'll offer finance for purchases and refinances, as well as personal funding. So going on a holiday, debt consolidation. If you've got a number of credit cards spread across, and you need to combine all that into one. Very good option at the moment to debt consolidate and pay it off a lot quicker. So a lot of consumers get caught in that credit card trap, so we're able to do that, offer that, and save them some money in the process. So we've got that personal funding. On top of that, we've got commercial loans. So we offer that service from startups buying and purchasing a new business. We also offer working capital and cash flow solutions for existing businesses, and then on top of that, if you're looking at buying an existing business or expanding, we'll offer business finance solutions for that. Commercial properties, if you've been renting for a while and looking at purchasing yourself, we offer that, owner-occupied commercial purchases as well as investment, which is really good. And then businesses such as yourself are always updating their fleet and equipment. So we certainly offer vehicle and equipment finance as well on top of it. So wide range of services that we do offer, and very keen to do business.
Perfect. Thanks for that, Alton. Appreciate taking your time today. Thank you guys for watching us. I'm going to share Alton's details on this video, and by all means feel free to give Alton a call and tell him that the Go Getter sent you. Thank you guys.
Cheers. Thanks, Steve. Thank you.